Obviously, he's looking past me and not through me. It's one of my quotes that I say. When we reflect back to the wrestling tournament brackets, you don't look at the number one guy. You don't look where they're from. You look exactly at the opponent that's at hand. And this is my man. This dude's just trying to play on it.
Yeah, and he has stopped his past 3 opponents. What do you think of him and how he matches up against you stylistically, though?
I don't even think he's that great on the mic, but he does a lot of talking. What he does is just he marketed himself the way I told him to. I told him he needs to get more fights. He needs to get a little bit more bloody. We're going to take care of that real quick.
And like I said, you were supposed to fight back in March, but with all this time off, and I see your Instagram, you're training nonstop. Do you think in a way it's like beneficial for you to kind of, just train during this whole period?
I train, but I also do my active rest. But my active rest is climbing up mountains with 50-pound packs and doing all that crazy stuff up there. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. We're playing pool, we're doing foosball, and the place where we were at. I mean, it seems kind of lame to a lot of people, but it's the kind of thing that I needed to take because nobody wanted to go up the mountain and interview me. So that's perfect. I told anybody ever wanted to go and interview me, they had to go up and go to the mountain. They had to escalate probably like 800 feet with me and carry my pack. So they didn't want to do that. It's perfect. I wanted to get away from the media. It's a perfect opportunity for myself, and I have to thank my wife for that. She was the one that recommended it. She said, I need you to kick this dude's ass.
Yeah, last time we spoke, like I said, back in March, that was before the Mayweather-McGregor fight took place. Now it finally happened. Do you think that Conor will be back to, defend his lightweight title, or do you think that he does want that trilogy fight with Nate?
I don't know, but I have his attention now. For the last couple of years, he hasn't ever mentioned my name. That's in fear. I get it. I haunt his dreams. I'm sure he's thinking of me too. Same thing when I saw him at the Mayweather thing. He's gonna see me in the future. I told everybody that I'm gonna pick off everybody. In all sense and reality, it's happening. I haven't. Don't call me a liar. He's next if he's next. But right now, the task at hand is Kevin Lee, and this guy's got a problem. His name's Tony.
And what did you think of Conor's fight though with Floyd? Were you impressed at all that he went 10 rounds?
Absolutely not. Mayweather actually made him go 10 rounds. If you know anything about boxing, Conor had some good points and he went around the block, but Mayweather didn't fight Mayweather's fight. If Mayweather fought Mayweather's fight, he wouldn't have got touched. The object of what he did was he put a lot of pressure on him. He took a lot of different kinds of shots, which he wasn't able to. For him to go out like a 50-0 kind of a fight, it's exactly what I thought he was going to do. He's going to put a lot of pressure, make him want to throw, and honestly, I think Conor would have got fucked up and got hurt. He would have left with a concussion if the ref would have let it go on.
And Nate has still been inactive. What do you think of kind of what's happening with him, or him possibly trying to hold out for the trilogy fight?
I think he's got a lot on his plate. He's worried about some other things. I have to reflect on what he's got. But, that's his business. For me, that's not mine. He's the top 10. He's not in the top 5.
And also kind of, looking ahead at this weekend against Kevin, and also something he said to the media, like before his fight against Chiesa, he made a comment about his mom, and now it looks like he's doing it to you, saying that your mom is going to cry after this fight. What do you make of that statement?
Sticks and stones. My mom knows I'm going to beat this dude's ass. And really, ultimately, the same thing what happened with Werdum. People talk and they do all these things, but there's so much in this world to worry about other than the fight. We're here in Las Vegas. We're here competing at UFC 216. It's amazing that this fight is actually still going on. The things that just happened this entire week, I had the opportunity to not be there. My wife was at church and it was across the street, and my son was with them, and my swaggers were right there too. They were going to go to the fair. They were going to go right there, and it was a shitty feeling to be able to hear my brother-in-law, hear from dispatch that, hey, we heard all these shootings, we heard everything that was going on. So immediately, the fight didn't matter. This stuff, the animosity and everything that everybody was saying, it doesn't fucking matter. There's so much, there's hurricanes, there's earthquakes, there's so much in the world that's going on right now. The last thing I'm worried about is some dude talking shit about my mom. You kidding me? Go ahead, talk all the shit that you want, man. It's not going to save you. But like I said, this is a little bit different. I'm not bringing animosity into this fight. I'm going to look at him like a brother in arms. We come from the same university. I know how to beat him mentally. I was a captain of a 2-time national championship team where he comes from. He was never that good. We never wrestled, we never placed foot on the same mat, so he's full of shit. If he has to make up lies to go in there, hey, you have to market yourself somewhere, but he's the only one that signed on the dotted line and has balls to come face me.
And do you see this fight going the distance?
If he pisses me off. It's the same thing what happened with Josh Thompson. Now my coach, Billy, he does this thing, he knows the haka, and he's taught me the haka. But for me, when you lay down your fern like Josh Thompson, I laid down my fern and he stepped over my fern in disrespect. You don't do that. If you do, you're going to get the full-fledged 5 rounds. Now, depending on what he says today or how he acts today, like I said, he's a brother in arms, but I'm hungry. He's trying to take food from my kid's plate.
Yeah, and also you've mentioned before you share the same management as Conor, so would they kind of allow that fight to happen if you're successful this weekend? Conor does defend his belt, or do you think it'll be harder to make happen because of that?
Honestly, I don't give two fucks. I mean, my management knows where I stand with that. When we first signed on the agreement, when he signed in there, Conor and I, when you take a picture with somebody, they point, right? Or when somebody's cooler than the other, but when somebody's a game opponent, you throw up your dukes. When I said to them, I was like, look, we're going to have problems when it comes up to 155 pounds. My management knows exactly where I stand. I love the guys. Sometimes I don't like them. But it's not up to them. If he's going to have the belt, he's going to have to defend the vacant. That's what I see. So if he's next in line, that's cool. But the task at hand is Kevin Lee. The problem is the media, all you guys, want to know what the fuck I want to do after. I'm telling you what's happening now. You guys need to focus what the fuck is happening now. Because you guys are trying to mix up everybody's athlete minds right here. You guys are fucking with their heads, man. You guys need to stop that shit.
Tony, it's going to be your...
Thank you.
The UFC 2 is going to be the first big event here after the weekend. And you are the main event. What kind of responsibility did you see in yourself doing the main event of this huge event after all the weekend?
Durante mi parte, en esta parte es mi favorito. Esta semana es muy duro porque hay mucha media. Y cuando es una pelea muy fuerte, muy grande, hay mucha más media. Pero yo estoy muy inteligente. Yo tengo una idea. And primero, I said, you weren't going to like me when I get to the spot. So depende de la persona que está con las entrevistas en el primero. If they were nice, that's cool. I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm gonna be handshaking. We're gonna be slapping hands. We're gonna be doing that. The people that didn't want to steer my questions and try to make me a bad person in the media, that's who I'm gonna show my love to. So that's why I went to the mountains. I did my thing. I got away from all the bullshit, all the stuff, because it's so easy to float in this and to get out there. Mom used to tell me a quote. She's like, Anthony, you're floating up there too much. You need to tie you back down. With years like this, I have to believe it, but I've earned them.
Tony, can I get your thoughts on everything that's happened here in Las Vegas this week, and has it affected preparations for the fight? Do you think it's a distraction? And how do you deal with that?
I don't think it's a distraction. I think it's a tragedy. It's unfortunate with everything that happened. I know that the people that came together to do everything that they did, to band together as one. I mean, everybody in the bloodlines and everybody bringing food to the people that were there and representing the city much more. I think that said a lot more than what the actual shooting did. You know, if depending on your color, you're either mentally ill or you're a terrorist. And depending on me, if I'm not the corporate color, I'm not going to be marketable enough. But I'm earning my way there. I'm pointing at proven for my Latin heritage and for my people. And this is awesome. I'm American Mexican, dude. But I represent really well. And for the people here, and we're allowed to fight still, that's incredible. So for me, I have to say that the only thing we can try to do is try to inspire and motivate the people to stay up, stay together, band together, and not put up with all the bullshit. You know, the media is one thing, but this is something that was unfortunate, man. It sucks. A lot of people lost their lives, man, and a lot of people laid down their lives for people. Fathers and mothers, like laying over their kids. I mean, you can't put a thing on that. You can't put any words to that shit. I mean, it's like
Has Las Vegas responded well?
Las Vegas is going to respond the way that human nature responds. When something happens like that, we band together. You see it in Mexico, man, when all the earthquakes. You saw human chains, man, taken, and there was people buried underneath the rubble. They buried human chains, man. You know what a human chain is? It's when you're sitting next to side. Now, we do that because of fruit, man. But differently, they did it with rocks. Now, I don't see any other people doing that besides when something happens like that, but you know what, the culture is beautiful. And so with this stuff in Las Vegas that happened, it was the same thing. He didn't have any colors. There are no colors. We all bleed red, man. This fucking color.
Did you think about maybe not fighting? Like canceling the event was an option for you?
If it was going to happen, it wasn't up to me. But I knew that whatever was going to happen, I have to be professional. I have to go and I have to represent my family, my team, and my faith. I have to go in there and I have to put forward and actually believe. I've been praying every single day, twice, man, even more times than that. Anytime I see somebody, that same night, I was like, you know, everybody was looking at each other weird. everybody's looking at each other weird, man. We're in an elevator, and if you're of a different color, or if you're just whatever, it doesn't matter. You're looking at somebody weird, kind of like, oh, I hope that's not a shooter. But that's not the case. So we were in the elevator. I remember talking to some guys, and I was like, hey, how you doing, buddy? And I saw that from everybody. That's something beautiful. You know, I mean, hanging outside the windows and being like, hey, you have a good day, bro. Be safe. And they're saying, I love you, man. I got some crazy responses when I did that. But it's called paying it forward and paying that smile forward, man. And as much as that is minimal to compare to what we possibly do as fighters or humans or anything, they're allowing this fight to happen. So I had to be professional and try to focus my best, but it's hard to focus, man. It's hard to focus on something like that.
And Tony, how do you visualize the fight going on? I heard you say if he pisses you off, you're going to take him out earlier, or how do you see it playing out?
I see this fight very well. I aimed in this fight to not get hit. I want to have a perfect, flawless victory. I want to go in there and instill what mixed martial arts is all about. The conditioning, the mental toughness, the finesse. I'm a Renaissance man. I could build you a house. I could tear it down. I built my platform here. I didn't talk my way here. This kid talked his way here. So depending if he wants to get personal, he wants to bring in family, that's fine. Like I said, there's much more important things in this world to worry about. Trust me. And it's not going to affect me. Sticks and stones, brother.
Okay. And so, what would he have to say different to get you over the edge of saying, this guy pissed me off, I'm going to make him suffer? Has he not said enough right now, or?
I think he realizes it the closer he gets to fight who he's dealing with. Okay. I mean, really, he's not going to want to see my eyes because I'm going to give him the penance stare. I'm going to see right in his soul, and I'm going to tell him exactly who the fuck he is.
Yeah, and you were mentioning everything that happened in Mexico and Puerto Rico, and we had the hurricane also. Does that help you just focus to realize what you're really doing this for?
Absolutely, man. There's, like I said, there's so much more in the world that's going on. It's hard to talk, man. I don't want to even be here doing this media. Yeah. I want to be training. I want to be with my family. I want to hold them near and dear to my heart. When you see these events that are happening around the world, what's the one thing you can do? Send a tweet, send food, the most minimal. I want to be there. I want to be helping everybody. That's what I want to be doing. What we have to do is try to be here now and try to establish this right here.
Por último, un mensaje para toda la gente de México y Puerto Rico que van a estar viendo un video. ¿Qué mensaje le tienes para todos ellos?
Para mi gente en México, en la sangre de latina, necesitan más fuerte. Su vida es más importante para el mundo y para yo también. Yo estoy peleando para ti este fin de semana. Me voy a ganar. Yo estoy el campeón.
Gracias, Tony.
Sí.